Shalom, shalom. Kohalo Yahweh Shem Yahushua Bashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers that's pushing the word in sincerity and truth. All right, so this is the video. We're going into current events, what's going on right now. In particular, what's going on down there in Venezuela. All right, Venezuela sits on the biggest oil reserve in the Western Hemisphere. And basically, Esau is fulfilling prophecy by setting the stage to try to take the oil over there in Venezuela, which is the tribe of Asher, okay, which they're Israelites, all right, down there, and they're catching hell, okay, because Esau has been itching to get in there since the Bush administration, all right, and we're going to just go into this article on Blacklisted News. Now, here's an Edomite. His name is John Bolton, okay, this guy right here, and he is the National Security Advisor of the United States, which he's nothing but an agent of the elites, the international bankers, and he's set up to carry out the orders of the elites. All right, he's nothing but a mere puppet. He's the face, okay, of this agenda that is being pushed. So I'm going to go into this article. I'm going to read a little bit. This is from Zero Hedge, blacklistednews.com, which is a news media platform, which Esau is getting ready to come for these different news media platforms. All right, because they did the thing with Alex Jones, all right, taking his voice off these different alt-right groups, and they did that as a justification for when they come for us, the so-called Black Hebrew Israelites, which we are Hebrew Israelites. And since y'all want to push, you Edomites, you so-called white people, want to push the narrative that we're Black Hebrew Israelites, when we have Native Americans, we have Latinos, we're going to call you Red Hebrew Edomites. All right. So we're going to call you Red Hebrew Edomites and see how you like that. Since you want to use the color narrative, okay? But you're Red Hebrew Edomites. Now, in particular, a Red Hebrew Edomite, John Bolton, okay, which I flashed this picture on the screen. Let's go into some of the images. This is a Red Hebrew Edomite, right? Look at him. He's a Red Hebrew Edomite. This is the face of prophecy, all right? The face of the people of the Lord's curse to judgment. You see him? He's red. All right, he's red. Or pink. A different derivative of red is pink. All right. This guy is going to be one of the guys, they're going to have a lot of blood on their hands. All right. Look at him going back to the time of the Bush administration. All right. So now this article goes into John Bolton, which is the National Security Advisor. Basically, what is being said is all options are on the table, and possible military option is on the table. Everybody is on edge, okay, because they think this is another regime change. And we see what happened in Libya. We see what happened in Syria. And the United States is just doing the same thing, all right, fulfilling prophecy. We're going to go into the prophecies in the book of Habakkuk, Obadiah, all right. Zero Hedge, embattled Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, which is the successor of Hugo Chavez, which he was a beloved president, which Esau killed him. We believe he was assassinated through Esau's different various measures of assassinations. They don't blow people's brains out or destroy a plane no more. They might give him a disease. He got cancer. President Nicolas Maduro might be forgiven for thinking there is a foreign-backed conspiracy against him and repeatedly accusing the U.S. of engineering a coup and waging economic war. Now, a few months back, now let me look it up. A few months back, Nicolas Maduro, they took out an op-ed in the New York Times. Let me see, Venezuela. See if we can find it. can't find it, but they took out an op-ed in the New York Times, basically saying that the United States shouldn't attack Venezuela. And this President Maduro has always accused the United States of trying to interfere and meddle in the affairs of Venezuela, which that's what Esau does. Okay, he's a proud man, need to keep it at home, pursuing the Habakkuk. Okay, now it says embattled Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro might be forgiven for thinking there's a foreign-backed conspiracy against him and repeatedly accusing the U.S. of engineering a coup and waging economic war against his regime. Now, today, Donald Trump signed an executive order basically putting sanctions on Venezuela. It says, especially given that U.S. advisors are now quite openly admitting this is precisely the case. In fact, just after Maduro's contested re-election and swearing into a second 6-year term, his foreign minister, Jorge Ariza, told Democracy Now! That nothing that the opposition does is without the permission or authorization of the State Department. They say we have to make consultations with the embassy. We have to make consultations with the State Department. So basically, the United States and the opposition groups that have been set up there over in Venezuela, okay, are working hand in hand to take down a standing government, a legitimate elected standing government, which that's against international law, okay? But who can say something to the white man? That's why we say in the book of what is it, Job, the book of Job 9, the book of Job 9 and 24 it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, okay? Because the wicked has the power to basically make laws and break their own laws, okay? Now it says, while that broad assertion could remain oversimplistic, White House officials aren't making it any easier for the opposition in terms of Maduro painting it as tainted by a foreign hand. It says, as a prime example, Trump's national security advisor, the devil right here, John Bolton, recently admitted to Fox Business that the U.S. has a lot at stake amidst the ongoing Venezuelan crisis, given the fact that it has the world's largest proven oil reserve. Bolton told host Trish Regan. So basically, the Lord make their own tongues to fall upon them. Look, we're doing this. They don't care about the people of Venezuela. They don't care about those Israelites down there in Venezuela. They want what's under the ground of Venezuela, which is that oil. They want the power to control that oil. All right. And they have to do it delicately, because if the prices of oil go up due to this thing in Venezuela, the American people will be mad. All right. Right now, gas is like, the average is like $2.15 a gallon right now. Okay. It will make a big difference to the United States economically if we could have American oil companies invest in and produce the oil capabilities in Venezuela. So basically, America, that's why America is known in the Bible, in the book of Revelations, as the whore. All right, because these different companies use the backing of the United States of America, which is the whore, to make money. All right. It says, so it appears that as the administration contemplates ratcheting up both economic and political pressure in favor of opposition, National Assembly leader Juan Guaido, which this is the opposition leader, National Assembly leader, and as all options are on the table, according to senior officials last week, Bolton, in a candid moment, which went largely overlooked by the rest of the mainstream media, has given us a glimpse into administration's less than proven motives on Venezuela, and his devil's on Fox News talking to this woman Trish Regan. All right, it says Venezuela, one of the three countries I call the trachea of tyranny. Bolton continued. He got the nerve to call another country the balcony of tyranny. These Edomites, man, they always point fingers at other people, other nations, but they don't take heed and consider what's going on in their own country. All right. That's why the Most High is going to destroy them. All right, these red Hebrew Edomites. It says after essentially admitting U.S. policy in Venezuela is focused on American oil companies taking over the economically collapsed socialist country, vast untapped oil reserves, he concluded by expressing hope that we can make this come out the right way. Meanwhile, in another Fox appearance last week, Bolton echoed a similar theme through the less explicit saying regime change was the U.S. end goal in Venezuela. And guess what? This is not going to work, man, because you're gonna have to go in there militarily because those Venezuelan people they'd rather suffer under Maduro than suffer under the imperialists. All right. Now they are known for in their history Simon Bolivar, which he fought against the Spanish imperialists. All right. So these are resilient people down there in Venezuela. Okay, even though they're wicked as hell and they're catching hell for their wickedness. All right. It says for U.S. business advancement in the region, these admissions come as U.S. officials are now trying to steer Venezuela overseas assets to Guaido to help bolster his chances of effectively taking control of the government. Now, Venezuela, they was talking about it, and it's right in here. Venezuela was requesting their gold assets from the British bank, and basically they have been sanctioned. They're not able to get their wealth from the banks, all right, over there in England. So that's how we know that this white man is the devil, man, that the Bible speaks of. And I'm not going to keep on reading this article. I'm going to leave this article alone for now. I'm just going to go into the scriptures and let the scriptures speak. Now, this is John 10:10. It says, the thief cometh not but for to steal and kill and to destroy. And this is what happens. All right, who is the thief? The thief is Esau, the so-called white man. All right. And he sets up guys like John Bolton, all right, to carry out the will of the elites, the elite international bankers. The thief cometh not but for to steal. All right, so they stole the gold of Venezuela. All right, they're trying to steal and set up their oil interests, their oil company interests over there in Venezuela. That's stealery, man. That's stealing and to kill. All right, and through your sanctions, you have killed a lot of people. There's a lot of people over there starving and catching hell. Okay, and to destroy. All right, if you go to war, what are you going to do? You're going to drop bombs on the country and you're going to destroy it. All right, I am come. Who is the I? Yahweh Shah. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundant. So the elect over there in Venezuela, all right, they're going to be delivered, man. All right. Yahweh Shah is going to give them life and life more abundant. All right. Now, this is the second scripture. This is Habakkuk 2:4. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Whose soul? The Esau, the Edomites. But the just shall live by his faith. Why? Because we see that these things are coming. So we're living by our faith that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah is closer and he's drawing nigh. Verse 5, it says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, his philosophies, his democracy, all right, which is nothing but a way to bring death to these other countries. All right, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. All right, so he don't even keep at home. He's over in every country. So he went from Iraq, Afghanistan. All right, then he went over there in Libya. He went into Syria. Okay, now he's trying to get into Venezuela. Those are 5 countries that he's bringing hell to. Those people are suffering. 5 countries, man, where people are dying. That's why the scripture call him the border of wickedness. Why? That's why it says he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. So everywhere he goes, he brings death, and misery, and poverty, and suffering. All right, and cannot be satisfied. He can't be satisfied. Look, he's trying to covet. He's trying to covet other nations. As a matter of fact, let's go to the book of Micah. Let's go to the book of Micah. I believe it's Micah 2. Look at the second chapter. Micah 2:2, it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away, so that they oppress a man and his house, even a man in his heritage. And who's doing that? The Edomites, the red Hebrew Edomites, man. That's what they do, man. But then they got the nerve to call us the devil and say that we're not the Israelites, man. But you fulfill prophecy, all right? As Edomites. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hands. And who does that? The Edomites, the so-called white men. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, pursuant to Job 9:24. All right? It said, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. But gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe, which woe means destruction, to him that increaseth that which is not his. I remember the article, what the article says. I want to go back into the article, but remember what the article said. It talked about how they wanted to get the fields for the oil, and it's a lot at stake. All right, stealing, it's a lot at stake, because you have to keep your American hegemony. Okay, you're losing influence, so you need control of the resources. All right. But guess what? The Most High have appointed you a bound that you cannot pass. All right? You're in a debt. The word for thick clay is a batyat, which means debt. All right? And you're going to become a spoil soon, man. All right? Now let's go to Obadiah 1. So Obadiah 1 and 2, it says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. See, that's where you come from. Your beginners were the clefts of the rock. That's why you call yourself Caucasians. All right? Which your red Hebrew Edomites. All right? Your Edomites, man. All right? We're going to call you red Hebrew Edomites, okay? Because you're not going to like that. And it's the truth. That's worse than being called a nigger, man. But you want some nigga shit. Hey, you just fucked up everything, man. All right? Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. And when you start these wars in the Middle East with these false narratives and these false these false narratives and these false I lost the word. But with these false narratives, hey, these nations are going to start to hate you more and more, because they know that you're the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right? It says, the pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's what they say in their heart. I can go into Venezuela. Okay, I can get these other countries. I pay them off. I pay the government of Colombia, all right, to basically start a war on the border of Venezuela, all right, bog down that country in war, and I can come in and steal those oil fields, all right. I can cause a nationalist uprising when these wars start. That's what you devils are trying, man. But guess what? You forgot about those other Edomites, the Russians. And you forgot about the Moabites, all right. It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So the Lord is going to bring them down. This is verse 5. It says, if these came to thee, if robbers by night, and that's what Esau is. He's a thief and he's a robber. Okay, how did he get the land of the land of America? He stole it, man. He broke his treaties, all right? He's a thief, all right? And the curse is going to come into the house of the thief, which is America, which are those chariots, all right? It says, would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not have leave some grapes? Yeah, Esau will take everything, all right? Esau will take everything, man. He's not going to stop, man, until Yahweh Bashim al-Shah stops him. All right, so all hell, pursuant to the Matthew, the 24th chapter, say you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. All right, we're going to see what takes place in Venezuela soon, but, These are nothing but the beginning of sorrows, man. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Some salutations to you brothers that's pushing the word in sincerity and truth. All right, until the next episode, shalom.